Hey, hey, Scorpio. Happy March. Thanks for coming. Happy to see you. You've got some very interesting jumpers that were popping up while I was just kind of doing my thing and tuning into your energy, your spirit posse before we got started. So we're just going to dive right in because they got a lot to say. Scorpio, in the month of March. You know what's up, Spirit. What are we looking at? What are the events, characters? Wow. All right, there came a whole host of cards. And like I said, they're ready to talk. Scorpio. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Spirit, we're looking for those messages that will help Scorpio achieve their greatest fulfillment, love, creativity, joy possible in the month of March. How can they tap in? Okay. Wow. Scorpio. So let me show you. King of Cups. Sitting in the position of where you find yourself. So, Scorpio, that's a good sign. King of Cups, you can be of any gender, any sex, any identification. King and queen and page and all that has nothing to do with that. Has a lot more to do with the kind of person you are. And Spirit is asking you this month to find strength within yourself, which is something that you have in abundance, I know. But it does feel, when I say take strength within yourself, I don't mean that there won't be strength available from other people. As a matter of fact, right here at the center of your reading, you have the Six of Cups, a card of friendship, a card of, wow, okay, so some of you might even be, either you're going and visiting or receiving a visit from like a younger sibling or a friend from the past or somebody that just invokes that kind of feeling. So nostalgia, the freedom to be yourself, the freedom to be playful or to be in whatever mood that you are without feeling like you kind of need to guard yourself, which, right, for a Scorpio, that's like a big fucking deal and that's a small pool. So you're gonna know who that could potentially be based on who you might actually be willing to kind of open your heart and let down your guard for. And that's kind of a key element in your reading this month, Scorpio. I feel some of you, this is how they're putting it, okay? Some of you may be the witness to an ending this month. What do I mean by that? I mean that you may see somebody go through like a death in the family, or you may see somebody go through a difficult breakup. Like that's what they're giving me, is like a witness to an ending. More so than say like I feel that this is an ending in your life. Of course, it's kind of, it's the echo of an ending in your life, but I really feel like this is more about somebody who's close to you. The King of Cups, you, is a healer. So you may, this is what they're giving me, is part of your mission in March, maybe to act as that healer, as that counselor, as that, you know, wise and compassionate force. And they're using the word force. Because it feels like to some people they see you as like this rock solid, strong person. And so that aspect of yourself may be called on this month. A little, you know, a little crying on that shoulder, or at least a little bit of leaning on that shoulder. And of course, Scorpio, you know these are general readings, so some messages are going to resonate more than others. Wow, okay, so what I'm feeling, Scorpio, is that some of you may feel very ready to move forward, maybe even a little impatient, like I know what I'm supposed to be doing, I've got to get out of here, like I'm moving in the right direction. And here's the thing, you absolutely are. Like this is really fantastic energy. You have the Chariot sitting in the position of your unconscious, or what is kind of unseen. So you may look, and this is funny, but this is what they're giving me. You have the Four of Swords hovering in what is seen or what is manifesting from that Chariot that is underneath. And it's kind of like you're like the duck who appears serene and calm moving across the water, but if you, look right beneath, you're paddling furiously, Chariot. So I want to counsel you not to feel like you need to do a big push. As much as you are a force of nature and a force in other people's lives this month, you yourself are not meant to force anything, if that makes sense. You are the force. Don't force anything. No pun intended with the Four of Swords. I felt like that was going to get like jumbled up in there. But that Four of Swords is telling you that this is a divine moment of recovery, of peace, of time out. And they're connecting that Ten of Swords. I don't take it lightly saying that I'm not, again, this is the moment where I'm going to say if something doesn't resonate with you, if something is not already present in your life that is related to this, I don't want you to worry about it, Scorpio. This isn't a tower. This isn't an unexpected shock so much as it is like, oh, damn. Like I've been here this whole time and now these mutual friends of mine are getting a divorce, or, this close loved one, their parent is passing away, after an illness. It feels more like that. And I wanted to give that little preface because they're connecting that Four of Swords with me to the Ten of Swords, as for some of you, there may actually be like a funeral or a hospice kind of situation where it's like, I'm feeling a great sense of peace and like quiet and reflection. And that's important in this moment. And what they're telling you is, please know that the Chariot, you are your soul. You are going through some deep changes and some deep evolutions. So you're not wrong. And they're telling me a lot of you feel that intuitively, like, whoa, I feel different. I feel weird. Things in my life are taking like a detour. And you're right. And it's a good thing. You're moving even if you don't feel like you're moving this month, okay? So that's what I want to tell you. Don't force anything. Don't push. You actually have, in addition to the Four of Swords and the King of Cups, both very calm, wise energies, you have Temperance sitting in the future, which is finding moderation, finding balance, finding a little bit of ease, and again, flow. So it doesn't look like even in the near future you're going to need to do a whole lot of forcing, Scorpio. They keep saying this. It's like you're not forcing, you are the force. Okay, so just walk through your life, make the decisions and speak the words that resonate with you and allow things to unfold. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Don't push for things. Of course, your free will is everything. You're just listening to some strange lady on the internet. You don't have to do anything. I'm just going to always tell you what Spirit is giving me for your highest good. So if you feel like pushing, by all means push, but I'm kind of feeling like you'll find a little more inspiration and ease in letting things move at the pace that they are. And I'm sure you've been here before when you've gotten a reading where it's like, go for it, Scorpio, go, go, breakthrough, da-da-da-da-da. This is just not the energy for you in March. And this is really interesting, but just as I was saying that, Spirit was saying, it's kind of like, right, we're right on that verge of spring. So the earth may look still cold and a little barren in some places, but that's because the shoots, the spring shoots are getting ready to come out and blossom in all of their color. So give yourself that Four of Swords. The earth may still be cold or even frozen and still. Give it time. It is teeming with life. You are teeming with life. You are the force. Some of you have, I feel very much kind of like a partner for a lot of you. Again, general reading, Scorpio. So see who this sounds like and who this resonates as for you. Because when I say partner, I am feeling, full disclosure, I am feeling for, like, very strongly, a lot of you, this is your romantic partner. But for others of you, this could be, like, my very close friend. This could be my, like, business partner that I'm working with. This person, I said he, woof, all right, this person I'm going to say is coming in as the King of Wands, which I like next to your King of Cups. Both of you coming in as a king says that there's a degree of maturity, there's a degree of knowing yourselves. Now, fire and water, they don't always understand each other. But I feel that two kings, you know, I do feel like there's respect here. There's understanding, there's mutual... I don't always get you, but I see your value. That's kind of the feeling. I feel like this person is this King of Wands is a very compelling, charismatic, strong-willed, like they have an aura about them. You might feel that as a Scorpio, you know, you have that kind of quiet, mysterious King of Cups, like you're not going to come in the room with a parade and music and all that stuff, but the King of Wands is that kind of person who's like, see me! You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily in some super immature way, especially because they're coming as a king and not as like a page. But to you, it might be a little bit like, okay, like a little ostentatious, a little bit different than you. And they're bringing that up because it feels like for some of you, there might be a little bit of a conflict there with you and that person, but that's like a minor thing. It feels like sort of in the scheme of things. What they're giving me with that is you, kind of what they said in the beginning, like you need to go within this month. You need to be with you. You need to seek your own counsel. So if some of you are dealing with maybe a partner who's a little bit ostentatious or a little bit, I don't know, boisterous, a little bit, also feels like demanding, you know, again, compelling, exciting, fun, dignified, etc. But, you know, the King of Wands can be a little fiery. And when you're a King of Cups, you can be a little bit like, excuse me? Like, where is this coming from? I did not ask for this. Take it easy. Temperance, moderation. Go within. The key to your whole journey this month of finding that ease, of finding that rhythm and that groove, is the Hermit. And the Hermit's not about being by yourself, but it is very much like the Four of Swords, about being with yourself. You don't need to be alone, but you need to carve out some alone time. You know what I mean? Time for reflection, time for meditation. A lot of you Scorpios will be very intuitive people yourselves. Maybe you pull your own cards. Maybe you go have like a sit down in nature and you do a little bit of forest bathing and let your mind just open, and Spirit is saying empty. And so for a lot of you it's catharsis. It is like journaling or playing an instrument or singing or well, they just showed me somebody doing like magic, like doing ritual, doing energy work. I highly recommend all of these things because it's like I am the force. I'm not forcing anything. Feeling a pattern here. Now I want to show you, okay, wait. I'm going to show you something really cool. But first I want to say, expect a sweet message this month. I did say that I feel like some of you are either visiting or maybe getting visited by an old friend or like a younger, like a family member, or getting a message somehow. It feels like there may be a very, it really almost feels familial because, you know, the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, they're literally related, right? They're in that, the Cups court. And so, again, this could be younger sister, younger brother. This could be young friend or friend that is just very, you might feel like they're different from you because you're kind of like, Spirit is using this word just because you're going to know how that feels. Not because it's true of you, but that you're going to understand, like, yeah, I feel that way sometimes. Jaded. You might feel a little bit like, oh, I've been through it. So, like, you and all your cuteness and who you're falling in love with today and what's, you know, what you're so excited about, that's really sweet. Let me try to gently guide you and help you, like, you know, not be entirely naive. So it feels like there might be a little bit of that, a little bit of providing guidance for somebody very close to you, somebody that you love. But what I'm also feeling generally, Scorpio, is please keep your heart open. Keep your heart open, keep it soft, keep it compassionate. Take your time to be alone, and at the same time don't wall yourself off or separate yourself, because it does feel like although you need those moments of peace and quiet and recovery, there are also some people who are sort of divinely appointed to come in and help you out and help you feel lighter and help you find that rhythm. How Scorpio got her groove back. So now I'm going to show you that thing that I said is, you know, Spirit gives me a lot of excitement with this. They're giving me the word rebirth. A rebirth is possible here, like a, now they're playing like the Doors, Come On Baby Light My Fire. Is it time to set the night on fire, Scorpio? Ace of Wands. The spark of life, a spark of excitement, a spark of inspiration. Be with yourself this month, be in peace, and like they said about the duck earlier, and the chariot, and paddling furiously underneath that Four of Swords, something is cooking up. You are the force, and I think that maybe it's going to be in April, maybe it's going to be in June, but in the near future, there's going to be evidence of your will. That's how they're putting it. Like evidence of what you are now willing into existence will be here in the next, like, and it's like, it was funny, they skipped right over May, like April or June, but I'm feeling like spring, right? They said when the shoots are out. You'll have to keep me posted, Scorpio. I am very curious too. So let me know. You know where the comment box is. And I just want to say thank you for being here. I really hope that this is genuinely helpful for you and continues to be as you move through the next few weeks. If you ever want to talk about it, drop a comment. If you want a more one-on-one personalized reading, that info is in the description box. I appreciate you, Scorpio. And if I don't see you in our Magic Monday weekly episode, then I hope I see you next month. Bye-bye.